Urban Therapy with Sun 752. This is your daily go-getterism number 481 for January 27, 2016. All right, so it's almost here, tax time. Well, really, it's here. It's tax season. People are counting on that tax return money to get themselves together. You know, Christmas hit a lot of people hard when you're really generous about buying gifts and all of that kind of stuff, or if you've been slacking on your bills at the end of last year because you knew that you were going to get this tax money right about now is like Christmas part 2. I guess you could say like it's Christmas after Christmas, but when you think about it, because of the proximity of the month and date to the year, I guess it's the first Christmas. See, Christmas time at the end of the year in December, that's when you give gifts. Your tax return, that's you receiving a gift. And if you choose to help somebody out with the money that you've worked for all year, the previous year, that's up to you. A lot of people don't tell nobody about that tax money that they get, or they won't relate to them how much that they're getting back. And I don't blame them, because it's a come up for a lot of people. The craziest thing about it is it's your money. This is the money that you've put into the IRS. They've taken this money out of your check. So if you haven't claimed a lot of exemptions, then you can expect to get a greater return. Some people are going to wind up having to owe or having to pay back. But it is what it is. That's how it goes. And I don't really want to get into the intricacies of the IRS or how I really feel about it. But just know that the way I feel about the IRS is not a good way. You know, that is a shyster, Ponzi scheme. And the more you learn about it, the more you realize that it's unconstitutional. It ain't even right. But anyway, as far as the money that you're getting back for your taxes, a lot of people are going to buy some things that they probably ain't got no business buying. But it's going to happen anyway. Because this is it's like getting a bonus at work. So, you know, anywhere from a G all the way up to 10,000 that some people get back. A whole lot of crazy things are going to get bought. Like if you think you bought big screen TVs at Christmas time, now it's time to buy one for yourself. Or a new couch, living room set, bedroom set. Pay off that cable bill. Get those premium channels back. Jewelry. New car. That's the worst purchase that you can buy, man. The new car around tax time, that's when they put out all the garbage cars. So what you should do, as a word of advice, you don't have to take this advice, but I believe that this is good advice. Do not buy a car around tax return time. Don't buy a car until after May. Serious. Don't buy a car until after May, because you'll regret it. They put out all of those garbage cars that have been seized through impound when people didn't come get their cars. And there aren't too many people that won't get up the money to pay for a car that they're still paying on, or a car that's really worth some money. Think about it. So a lot of times those are the cars that are left at those auctions. And mechanics have a way, especially, let me break it down. People who sell those cars have a way of turning off the check engine light. All they have to do is put the diagnostic machine on and clear the codes. So you're thinking that you have a vehicle that's running pretty well, even though it has high miles on it, over 100,000 miles, maybe even over 200,000 miles, but you think that maybe they're highway miles and they've been taken care of, but it's not true. Those cars are garbage, and they're probably not even going to make it to the next tax time. So you have to really be careful. I would advise you that if you really need a vehicle, wait until May or June and buy it from somebody who's selling a car individually, not at an auction. Do not buy those auction vehicles, I'm trying to tell you. Okay, you may know somebody who has a dealer's license, and they go to the special auction where the good cars are. Maybe you can trust those, maybe you can't. But if you buy a car from somebody who's selling a car, they know how to get the mechanics to clear those codes also. So this is what I would advise you to do if you're going to buy a car during tax season, or if you just can't wait. Ask the person who's selling the car, can you take the car for an hour or two test drive? put the car on a road and drive for an hour straight, highway. Because after you drive that car for an hour straight, you're going to find out one of two things. You're going to find out that either the car is pretty good and is worth it, or you're going to find out that after about 50 or 60 miles of straight driving, the check engine light will come back on, and you'll find out the truth about that car. If the seller does not want to dedicate an hour or two of his time, don't buy the car. Simple as that. If they want to make that sale, you're the only one paying the money. So make them represent. You know, if you want, you know, give them 500, and you take the car for yourself for the hour or two. You know, and put the car on the road, man, and make sure that it's all right. And that's a better way for you to be able to at least have some type of a good feeling that car is going to be okay. Because you don't want to have to keep buying a car every tax time until you finally get a car note and ruin your life for the next 5 to 7 years. Yeah, 7-year car finance terms. What? Anyway, tax time is serious. Some people are not really used to holding that kind of cash, and they go crazy spending it. Really, we should be using that money to be able to start our own businesses and have some real money. But that's just the way I feel. You know what I'm saying? Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And just remember, tax time is when you're going to see a whole lot of flossing. But all of that's going to be done by Easter. Don't let it be you. Do something productive with that money. You know, I don't care whether it's your children's tuition or whatever. I mean, really, you should try to keep from spending the money, but using the money to have more money. You got to learn how to invest. That's always a good look. The Urban Therapy with Sons, I almost said spring cleaning event. The Take the Fall in the Winter event. This Saturday, January 30th, 10 a.m., Rittenhouse Street and Wissahickon Avenue. Come through. Get your walk on. We're going up in them woods. And all that snow will be melted by Friday. So we might be able to get up in there. Even if we can't do it, we're going to take the smooth trail and still get that cardio in, man. We got to do it. We got to do it. Every month. No months off. You know, all 12 months. Come on. Dress warm. Be with it. And I'll holler at y'all later.